What's up, guys? Welcome back. So I'm starting. I think I'm going to change up the format a little bit here because I'm having trouble, I guess, playing the game and then trying to pick a topic to talk about during. Just because I'm like focusing so much on the build, focusing so much on like just in-game stuff, and I think it'll be easier for me to speak to you guys about certain topics outside of the game, and that way I can just enjoy Minecraft and playing Minecraft for what it is. I think that'll just work better for me personally. So here's the new format. Hope you guys enjoy it. I have one topic, and I have a list of topics that I want to talk about, but today's topic is large life goals and how to start them. I think this is overlooked, if you ask me. A lot of schools, at least American schools, don't have anything related to this in their curriculum, which is a shame because, you know, like, let's say we all have goals, you know. We all have goals. We all have something we want to achieve. We wouldn't be in this life, you know, here just doing what we want, just to not have goals, not to go somewhere, you know what I mean? I think it'd be kind of disappointing to not make something of your life, whether that be anything. It could be anything you want, but we're here to just make the most of it, and I think it's really important for us to understand how to start larger goals, and like see them to completion, see them to fruition, type of thing. And so, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. And what has worked for me personally. I'm no old soul. I'm 26 years old, so I'm learning this as I go, just like all of us. I don't think anybody has the answer to life, the answer to life's many questions, the answer to anything. Everybody has their own answer, and I think it's important that you figure that out sooner than later. That your answer is the best answer. Don't let someone else's answer influence yours. You want to do what you want to do, so just stay true to that, and I think everything will turn out for you. But in my personal experience, this is what I have done in other points of my life to have my goals seen, have my ambitions come to life. And I think sharing this with you guys is really important, and just getting this out into the world. Like I said, school, at least American schools in general, don't have any building blocks for this sorts of thing. Like, they tell you to do your homework, they tell you to study, they tell you to, you know, pay attention. But it's never anything life related, you know. Oh, there goes all my chickens, bro. Fuck that one up. It's so funny. This is what I'm talking about. Like, if I was playing the game right now and trying to do this, I wouldn't have said half of the things that I've already said. I lost like all my chickens. No, so one of the main things that I have done to see some of my goals out and through is to just make it your focus. Just centralize excuse me, centralize what your goal is. Like, really figure it out and put it in front of you at all times. Put it in the forefront of your mind. Put it in a space where you're always going to be paying attention to it. Make sure Hang on. Bishop is biting my cord, my microphone cord. What are you doing down there, you goofy? I'm trying to talk, Bishop. Beep, 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 beep. I'm fighting her. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, but I think the best way that you can see your goals through is just putting it in front of your face, putting it in a spot where you're going to always see it, metaphorically or literally. If you're always looking at it, if you're always in the presence of it, or you're always mentally focused on it, it will happen. Your actions will follow your thoughts. So it'll drive you to complete whatever you're trying to go for. For example, right now, like I told you guys in a previous episode, I'm trying to open up my own food truck. I'm trying to, start my business, start really pushing for something that I'm passionate about and really make a difference the way that I think that I can, the way that I believe that my soul feels that I'm here for. I'm here to feed people. Like I have figured that out. I'm the I'm the guy in the village that you come to for a good meal. You know what I mean? I'm the guy that supplies the good food. So that's my purpose. I found that, which is nice. I don't want to go into the purpose thing too much. This is more of a goal. We can make that a different episode. But so that's my example. I have a file on my computer that is dead center of my screen about all my food truck stuff. Everything that I need to have about food truck. I have a bunch of bookmarks on my web browsers about opening businesses, numbers for restaurants, just a lot of references. I'm doing my research, really pushing to have everything in my vicinity to really act on all of these ideas that I'm having, so that when things come up, I can act on them. And that's just one example. In my phone, I have my whole menu for the truck. I have random ideas that just in everyday life that come across and I think of, food ideas, marketing ideas, logos. I have a bunch of stuff. I just think it's really important that if this is something that I'm interested in, something I want to make happen, I'm going to have it everywhere. It's on my phone. It's on my computer. It's in my brain at all times. I work in a restaurant right now, so it's things that I just like. I can't avoid it. You know what I mean? Like if I tried, I can't avoid it. You know what I mean? I mean, if you try hard enough, you will avoid it. But like, I'm putting everything in front of myself, so it's my best interest to stay focused. And so more and more things will happen for you if it's in front of your face. No large life goal happens overnight. Nothing happens overnight. And I'm sure you've heard that hundreds of times, but it is true. It's the most truth of truths, if you will. Another example. So say you're going through something, right? And you say you're 18, 16, 18, whatever. You want to buy your first car. That's a big life goal for you. That's something that's gonna change your whole life. Especially you're in America. There's not, and where I live, I'm in Colorado. Not a lot of the city is outside of Denver. Not a lot of the city is walkable, so you need a car to get everywhere, pretty much. So it's a big change for your life, is to buy your own car. So what are you gonna do when you go to buy your own car when you're 16? Like, what's your first step? A lot of people don't know what the first step is, right? And to be fair, I did not either. I was trying to figure it all out, and thankfully I had my family there to guide my mind in the right area. Kind of, not pick a shitty car, not pick a terrible car, just pick a good car. And but even that of itself, that's a big life goal. Like, a lot of kids are looking forward to and really anticipating getting their own car for the first time. So it really changes things when you're that young and you have to make such a large decision. At least from your perspective, it's a huge, large, life-changing decision. But where do you start with that? Where do you start with buying a car? Well, you start doing your research. You start looking for a car that you enjoy, a car that you want to drive. Maybe you look at some of the cars that you see other people driving, or you think it looks cool. You think, that's something I could drive. I could be driving that. That's totally me. Whatever it is. But then you got to look at how much money you have, stuff like that. So then all these little factors, I would call them, because I would not call these smaller goals, right? I would just call them factors, and then you have one goal in mind, because you have to take into account all these other factors before you can get to your goal. And while it is all nice to say I have all these small goals, all these baby steps, right, to get to my big goal, I think sometimes, depending on what you're shooting for, when you call things small goals, you lose sight of your larger goal, right? You take care of the small goal, and you're like, okay, cool, now what's my next small goal? Now, obviously, if you write all this down, you're probably not going to forget it. It's all on how you want to structure your timeline. And if you... Hang on. Bishop, why'd you shit on my shoulder, dog? What the hell, man? Why you gotta shit on my shoulder? Oh, she's freaking out. There's, like, crows outside. Magpies and stuff. She sees them. Are you tweaking? She's all, like, super pointy, super tall. She's looking for them. I'll be right back. So, however you want to structure your goals, factors, whichever one you want to call them, but once you take all the necessary steps to get where you want to be, then what do you do, right? Then what do you do? Well, now you just have to pull the trigger, right? Now you just have to go and buy the car. You found out how much it was, which car you wanted, the mileage on it. You've done your research to see if it's a bad car, if it's a good car, reliable, what's going to break, what maintenance you need to do for it, what you can afford. I can't remember if I said that or not, but you've done your research. Now it's time to pull the trigger. Now you're ready for the big one, the big cojones, the big Kona, the big fucking, the extravaganza. You're ready. So you just gotta go do it. And that's the hardest part, right? Is just pulling the trigger and just like really, really going for it. I think that's where a lot of us meaning just humans, when all of your factors are taken care of, all of your small goals are taken care of, and you're like, what's next? I think that's one of the hardest parts, is realizing that you're ready to do your big goal. You're ready to get it done. And I think that just comes with time. I think the more you age and the more you're around problems that occur, more goals that you have to, be aware of, more things you want to get done. I think over time that decision to go for it becomes easier because you've put in practice multiple times about, this, that, and the other, and really pushing through the, how do I say this? Apprehension, I guess. The apprehension, maybe some anxiety, maybe some stress of really jumping in and completing it. Because you worked so hard on it, you don't want it to just poof, just gone. But like I said, that comes with time. I think more goals that you accomplish, the more goals that you have practice in putting in place, more factors that you get done, give you the confidence to push through and really bring yourself to terms with, okay, I'm fucking ready. I'm ready. Let's do this shit, So that kind of covers it, right? At least my first point I wanted to make. Oh, fucking creeper, dude. Isn't that some bullshit? I was so pissed. I recorded this episode intentionally to not have any backing track on it. Because I wanted to give this I came up with this idea to do this whole podcast thing like a little bit later, but I wanted to have a couple episodes that were just kind of like me playing, see if you guys enjoy that, and then I came up with this idea to do the little voiceover. I'm not saying every single episode I'm going to take up the hour. I don't think that's doable. I don't think I have that much to talk about on certain topics. So if I end up halfway through and I'm done talking, you guys can enjoy the rest of the episode. I'm not going to cut the episode just because I'm done talking. I think you guys want to watch me play. I would want to watch me play, personally. I do like I said, I'm doing this to watch myself like build all this stuff that I've put in my world and kind of relive like where my head was at and stuff like that. I think it's really cool. Even just these recent episodes, and I'm just going through it. It's super sweet. Yes, Bishop, it's awesome. What's my next little point? So I think for really big goals, really large transitions in your life, you need to surround yourself with those productive people, the people that you want to be involved in that goal. Like, you don't need, let's say, for example, you want to start making clothes. You want to start. I'm going in the business sort of things, I guess, because this is the largest decision that I have to make, is the whole business side of things. So, but this is just a good example. Let's say you want to start making your own clothing brand, or you want to start doing digital art. You want to start doing Photoshop or something for people. Where do you begin with that, right? Well, you've centralized your goal. This is your goal. This is what you want to do. This is your focus. It's in the forefront of your brain. You don't have anything distracting you. This is what you want to do. So now I think it's important that you change who you hang out with. Who are you hanging out with on a regular basis? Are you want to jumpstart this clothing brand or your digital art or whatever? Bishop, what are you doing? She's climbing all over my fucking shirt and shit, dude. What are you doing? You're not gonna drink my coffee, bro. Ain't no way. You're not drinking my coffee. So you want to jumpstart your clothing brand or your digital art, and you want to start selling it to people. So let's figure out who you need to hang out with. You definitely don't want to be hanging out with the guy that smokes weed all day and just plays Minecraft. I.e. me. No, I'm just kidding. But you see what I'm saying. You don't want to hang out with the guy that's like a lowlife and he doesn't have any ambition. You're right. Like that's a friend that while he may have been a good friend in the moment, at this particular moment, is not a good thing for you to be around. You need more structure and more drive in your immediate surroundings so that you can push to be the best part of yourself that you want to be to complete your goal. So start hanging out with like artists. Start hanging out with people who have their own clothes. Start hanging out with people who are maybe they have the same style as you, or they have the same ideas for style as you. Hang out with people that maybe go shopping a lot. You don't have to go shopping. You know, you're trying to save money and do your thing, but or whatever, you can go shopping too. But like, change your surroundings. Change the people that you hang out with so that you're more readily accessible to the information that you want to receive. You want to make sure that everything that your brain is intaking, everything that you're hearing, everything you're seeing and stuff is related to where you want to be. So those people that you're around are just as important as centralizing your goal and making it a point to be forefront in your brain. Because those people will, when you talk to them, they will also see your goal too. They will, when you talk to them about it honestly and openly, they will see your vision and they'll support you because they probably have similar goals of their own. When I had the idea for a food truck like 3-4 years ago, I don't know. I'm sitting in my, well, we were renting a house. Sorry, we're renting a house with 5 people, and I make like a lot of sandwiches, and I'm standing there. I'm like, it'd be really cool to like make like a freaking sandwich spot. It would be really cool to make like a, like a grilled cheese thing, or something, And then I'm talking to all my roommates, and one of them is super into cooking like me, and he's like, that's a great idea. He's like, everybody loves sandwiches, and I was thinking the same exact thing. I'm like, yeah, you can't go wrong with a sandwich. And so one thing led to another, and then I moved to be a country club line cook, and then everybody there was very passionate about food. So then I bring up that idea to them, and everybody's all for it. They're like, what ideas do you have? Like, what would you do? What would the menu be like? So when you surround yourself with the right people, your goals will become forever clear, and people will help you achieve those goals. I have lifelong friends from working that job that are willing to come help me when I have it up and running, which is incredible. And some of them don't even want to get paid for it, which is ridiculous. Like, how can you come and spend some of your time with me and not want to get paid? I don't understand, but it's just awesome. And you really will find that when you surround yourself with the right kinds of people in the right times, in the right moments, everything becomes easier for yourself. You realize that the more and more that you talk about it, the more and more that you identify with this, that it is who you are, it is what you want to be, it is the goal you want to achieve. So yeah, surround your people. Yeah, surround your people. surround yourself with people that either think the same as you or have a similar goal or are just interested in the same kinds of things, so that you're not wasting your time stuck in a rut and uninspired and not changing as quickly as your pace allows you to. Yeah. So, another thing that goes with changing who you're hanging out with is your surroundings in general. Like I said, I went to be a country club line cook. I changed my surroundings, right? I leveled up in my culinary field. I went to go work at a, a scratch kitchen where everything is made by hand for the most part. You get to experiment with food on the daily. Like, I changed my whole surroundings so that I was able to see myself doing this later on in life. So whether you need to go work at a clothing shop, you go work at the mall, work at Vans or something, you go to, like my girlfriend, or my fiance, sorry, she works at an art school. She wants to be a tattoo artist. So she decided to go work at an art school so that she can be surrounded by what she wants to do. Super smart idea. This is a game changer, and I don't think people understand. I sound like fucking Andrew Tate or like Joe Rogan or something. This shit right here is a game changer. This changes everything. This changes the game, believe it or not. But seriously, like when you surround yourself in every aspect, surround yourself with your idea, with your goal, with what you want to do, it will change the way that your brain thinks about everything. Everything. So as long as you've done any one of these tips, tricks, whatever, they're not even tips, tricks. It's just me talking about what I've done in the past, and hopefully, just getting it out. Like I said, like I don't feel like this is common knowledge for a lot of people. So it's important to have. So whether you guys take this advice or not is up to you, but any one of these works. And I personally use these interchangeably between whatever goal I'm trying to achieve. Sometimes I will, centralize it. That's what I'm doing with the food truck right now. I also have a hobby in Minecraft, and I'm doing this whole YouTube thing. So that's that one's in like the not forefront, like the middle of my brain, I would say. And I changed my surroundings recently so that I can work a different cook position, but so I can understand the business side of things for this other company. Because from my perspective, when I had the interview, this is the job, the brewing company that I took in that other episode I was talking to you guys about, the episode when I was super high. But I took that job so that I can see their business model, the way that they run things, the way that their kitchen is organized, the product that they use, how much product they go through, the sales that they do. Because I believe in my head that if I were to open a brick and mortar, or the way the food truck is, I want this to have a similar way to being ran as this brewery or as a burger place that I used to work at, where there's certain aspects of it that are simpler, and then there's certain aspects that are more complicated, and then but all in all, that it is a very successful business. And so where I was working previously was not giving me the same perspective, because it was high priced items, stuff that like I wouldn't call it fine dining, but I would definitely call it elevated dining. And that is not the direction I want to take my food truck. So I decided to change for not necessarily just that reason, but for other reasons as well. But yeah, I think it's really important to recognize. Excuse me, fuck. Drinking this coffee, I got some like sediment in my throat or something. The coffee is slowly killing me, guys. You heard it here first. I have to drink decaf now. I cannot drink any caffeinated coffee. It freaks my whole body out. It's kind of crazy. So that's a little side note. I think the last thing I want to bring up is just believing in the change. Really taking a look at yourself and digging deep down inside and understanding that you do have what it takes to make this shit happen, whatever it may be. I think the biggest roadblock for people and the most common goal for people to have in general is, let's say, losing weight. Losing weight is a very general frustration for a lot of people. And my experience with it, because I have lost weight too, back in 2014, I lost about like 40 pounds. I was really like frustrated and upset with, like, the thing that like really threw me over the edge is I was getting winded like going upstairs, and I'm like 17, no, I'm like 15 or 16, and I'm like, I was like short, kind of chunky. I think I was like 5'6" and like 200 pounds. So I was a little tubby boy. I didn't really have much meat on my bones. I just had a lot of fat. And so I got frustrated one day, and I really wanted to change that. I got winded going up the high school stairway, like the standard one. I see all these kids around me like doing it no problem, and I'm like, why am I having such a problem with this? You know, like this shouldn't be a problem. I'm like 15. I shouldn't be winded going up the stairs, you know? And so I did. I changed it. I was like, all right, cool. I just need to eat better. I need to go to the gym, stuff like that. And I knew that I needed to make a change. And I believed in it. I believed that I was able to do it. I was like, if other people can do it, I can fucking do this. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest fucking part, is putting all of your cards in the same hand, or all of your eggs in the one basket, and believing in yourself that you can accomplish this. Like, this is something that you can do. And really pushing past all the self-doubt, and because there's going to be a lot of it. I'm not discrediting that there's not going to be any self-doubt, because you are going to doubt yourself quite a bit. But knowing that you can do it, and continuously believing that you as a person have what it takes to make this happen, because other people have done it. You have examples before you of other people pushing past their own demons, their own setbacks, their own problems. And so just swallow it and make it happen. If you don't believe, it will not happen. If you do not believe in yourself to make the changes, it will not happen. I'm a firm believer of that being nothing but truth. Because how often do you hear somebody like say, yeah, I like, for example, like let's take into account my career. Somebody just goes, yeah, I was like, I got like 2 or 3 Michelin stars like overnight, or like, you know, I like woke up one day and it was just, you know, I was like a badass. I guess. Like, you never hear somebody of any top regard in their field or any top echelon person say anything like that. They're usually like, yeah, I was grinding for hours. I didn't eat. I didn't sleep or whatever. I mean, that's bad. Don't do that. You need to eat. But it's usually like a grime and grit kind of story. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have people that, what am I doing here? I'm like looking at it. I'm like, dude, just put a stair there. That works too. Whatever. I got all distracted. But like, yeah, you usually hear these people who are super successful talk about, yeah, I did this, I did that. I was really trying to, push past this, and it was really hard for a little bit, and I got it done though. Like, I'm here. You fucking made it, type of thing. You know what I mean? So like, they believe in themselves, as hard as it was, but they fucking believed in themselves, and that is. If I could give you guys any other tips, that any tip that you should listen to from me is that one. Believe in yourself, because you have whatever method that you want on how to fix your goals or how to make your goals a reality. You can have any way of doing that, but the one tip that you should the one tip that you should take from this is definitely believing in yourself. That you have the ability to make it happen. You have the ability to really change things. Yeah. And I think I'm almost done, but I do want to leave you guys with this last thing that I wrote down. And it just literally goes back into it. If you've started it, whatever it may be, a new hobby, business, if you've started losing weight, if you're about to buy your car, like you started the research for that, if you've started it and you believe in it, it will happen. Your brain, your body will act accordingly with each other to make this happen. It's not anything that is a question. I don't think you should question yourself. Will this happen if, blah, blah, blah. If you are putting the time in, if you've started it, and if you believe in it, everything will happen the way you anticipate. Not the way you anticipate. But it will happen. Your goal will come to fruition. It may not be pretty. It may not be everything you anticipated. I'm going to take that one back. But I think it will happen. You're completely and utterly focused on making it work. Hey, look at that. It looks beautiful, dude. It looks amazing. It looks just like it does right now. It's a crazy thing. Our bodies are really good at working together. Our bodies are really good at body and mind is really good at working together to get it to happen. And I don't think you should doubt it. I don't think you should doubt yourself or doubt your dreams, your goals, whatever they are. If you're thinking about it enough, if you're acting on it enough, it will happen. So I think that's all I have for you guys today. I think I'm done talking. It's my speech. I'll just leave you guys with the rest of the Minecraft footage. You guys can watch me build the rest of this. The main structure is ready, but I gotta detail the rest of it. I still have to detail it in the goddamn. I actually detail it with like all the bushes and the hay bales and stuff. But yeah, I think this has been nice. Please let me know if you guys enjoy this, because I think it's a lot easier for me to focus on what I want to say without just trying to play the game and talking to you guys about a specific topic. I think my brain is focused on too much during that, and I think this will be a lot easier for me personally, and hopefully you guys can digest it a little bit easier now that I can speak coherently. I'm not just back and forth talking about shit. Editing the build out loud. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and you don't have to start a goal a day, but I really push you to start something today. Make something cool out of your life. Make your kids wish they saw you when you were younger. You're like, wow, you're a badass. Like, what? You owned a food truck? Like, that's crazy. Like, make somebody proud. Make somebody in the future proud of you from the past, if that makes any sense. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.